Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei Extras. Today is Daily December, day number 11. And today we're going to be looking at MCC if it had 20 teams, which is twice as much as it usually has, for those of you who are not aware, which I think is going to be, most of you are going to probably know that MCC has 10 teams usually. So yeah, this is MCC if it had double the amount of teams, which means double the amount of players. This also means new team names, new team colors. That's about it. Here's the mysterious image. Yeah, I made these. So originally I made a set of teams of 20 teams with just double this idea. But yet again, outdated. People were on it that don't play anymore. I didn't really like the teams. It kind of felt like a lot of teams kind of felt like a whatever situation. I don't actually remember what I made like a few days ago, but I'm pretty sure these are better. But we'll see. This is gonna be a surprise for me too, because I don't remember these teams. So we're gonna have a really fun time. Also, Block Wars was yesterday. Very good event. I really like that one. I will not tell you what happened, because in case someone wants to watch the VOD and not get spoiled. But W event, very good. Let's get started. First, red team. Here's the first new team name. Maroon Mammoths. You could have said, why didn't you not do the Crimson Krakens? Because it's not fair. It is simply not balanced. So yeah, Maroon Mammoths. This is like a SMP live team, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Dave and Corneo is really good friends. Anvenom and Michael, I'm pretty sure Michael used to be Anvenom's editor, if I remember correctly. They're really good friends. These two duos work well together. Put this in a regular MCC, please. Thank you. Very good. Also, I'm pretty sure this doesn't have any newcomers. I think every single person on these teams has either been in MCC or MCC underdogs. I think it's either one of those two. But yeah, next team, the Red Rabbits. It's Sapnap with Ponk, Gumi, and Elena. Also, I'd like to preface, I don't think these teams are balanced, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. I don't think these are balanced. I just want to say this in advance before someone calls me out on this. I don't think these are balanced. Anyways, yeah, Sapnap, Gumi, good duo. Elena, always fun on a team. Punk's great. Very good W team. Next team, the Brown Bears. I think this is the team I made last, if I remember correctly. It's Shane Fire Breathman. We'd love to see Shane Fire Breathman play together with Wisp. Wisp is a very funny guy. RT Game, who is very funny, and Sniff, who's there for a good time. We appreciate Sniff. Yeah, this is a good team. I think it would be very cool, very interesting team, because I think it's very, it has a lot of variety. It's not a team that I think is very straightforward to make, which I think is fun. That's why I like it a lot. Next is probably Orange Ocelots. Orange Ocelots, it's Purpled, Finster, Jack Manifold, and Wilbur Soot. I mean, this would be kind of cool. I think this would be a pretty cool team. You got Jack and Wilbur, comedy duo. Finster, very funny as well. And then Purple there to, make sure that the team does well. A little cracked player together with 3 comedy players. That's happened a few times before. So yeah, very, very good team. Next up, the Peach Pigeons. I do not remember why I made this a team name, but it's here now. Puns, Awesome Dude, Red Velvet Cake, and Tina. I mean, obviously, very good team. This could be a PP Sat team. I don't remember, like a Pummel Party team. Either way, I'm pretty sure a lot of these people are friends with each other. Would work very well. Not really much I can say about this. Depending on how well Velvet does on this team could either be really, really OP or just normal. So yeah, cool team. Next up, Yellow Yaks. It's the Lime team from last event, but instead of Shelby, they have Spifey. I don't remember why, why I did this, but hey, cool team. Yeah, I can't really comment on this. It's just kind of the same thing as before. Except instead of Shelby, they get Spifey. Next up, the Cream Camels. Why did I do this? H-Bomb with Hermits. always good. Impulse and Scar and Cub Fan, I mean, they're Hermits. Hermits are always cool. I love Hermits. They're great. Yeah, good vibes. I like this team a lot. Next up, the Lime Llamas. Why did I make this? Oh, yeah, okay. Illumina with Ryguy. I think they've teamed before. I could be wrong. I think Illumina and Gizzy have teamed before. I think it was Pride. I don't remember if Ryguy was on that team. I could be wrong. And then Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy works basically anywhere. So, works well. Next team. The Green Geckos. Tommy, Tubbo, Charlie, and Connor. Sounds like a banger team. That's comedy galore. It's amazing. And then, finally, the Jade Jaguars, which has an all-women team. Which is Jojo, Blushy, Pearl, and Gem. Very cool team. I mean, Jojo with Hermits, I'm pretty sure is something that people have asked for. I'm pretty sure Jojo might have asked for that. Blushy also, very similar to Jimmy, works basically anywhere. And Hermits, W, we love Hermits. Next half of teams. So this is the first half. You notice that there's some new team names. It's like 5 new ones. I'm pretty sure I tried to do 5 on each side. What do you think of the team names? What do you think of the teams? What do you think of the colors? I think cream probably wouldn't happen, but it would be really funny. Next up is the Cyan Coyotes, which is the... I think this is almost a team that's happened before. I think it was MCC 14 Cyan, but instead of Puffy, it's Foolish, if I remember correctly. This is also a team that was basically supposed to happen, but instead of Foolish, it was Spifey, like a few MCCs ago. I mean, very cool team. Harvey, Skeppy, Bad Boy Halo, they're all friends, very good vibes. Foolish, I think it's very similar to like Jimmy and Blushy, probably fits basically anywhere. Very, very positive spirit, can also bring a bit of chaos into the mix, and I think that works very well in this team. So yeah, cool team. Next up, the I don't know how to say this word. The turquoise Tigers. Jordan and Phil, very good duo. Put Phil number 2, or I mean Martin. Put him on the team, and Kara, who works so well with anyone. And you get a very cohesive team. Very cool team as well. I would love to see it. Next up, the Aqua Axolotls. You've got Ant Frost with 5-up. One of the better duos you could have in MCC when it comes to teamwork, together with Saikuno and Toast, which would be really interesting. I would love to see this happen in general, but yeah, in this event it would work well. Next up, the Blue Bats. Oh, it's like the MCC 9 Blue Bats, kind of, I think, but instead of H-Bomb, you get Grian, which is awesome. We love Grian. Yeah. Can't really say much about this. It's just like a Fruit Hermit team, which always works. So yeah, next up, I think next 2 teams are the 4 fun teams. Here's the Simmers, and they get Sapphire Simmers. I know it's happened before, but we're gonna keep that name because it's a good one. It's the Simmers. that's it. Yeah, next up is a team name that I want to apologize for in advance. It just popped in my head and I couldn't let it go. The Cobalt Crewmates, because this is the crew. Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of perfect. I also think it would be really fun to have them against the Simmers in an MCC. That would be really awesome. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Can't really say much about this either. It's the crew. It's the same as usual. It's a cool team. Next up, I also don't know how to say this word. It's Mauve. Is it Mauve? Mauve? Mallard? This is supposed to be Mallards, not Mallard. It's not one Mallard. It's multiple Mallards. Mauve Mallards. Joel, Scott, Shelby, and Lizzie. Awesome team. I think this is a really, really cool, good vibes team. And, you know, in a balancing like this would be really cool to see. This is why I want MCC to go lower in scale. These types of teams are possible and fair now, and it makes things so much more interesting. the reason why I think MCC is getting boring, aside from teams just being the same over and over, is because when you have the same balancing for so long, you run out of interesting combinations, right? Because for example, let's make this an example of math. If you get the result 50, there's only so many things you can do to get 50, you know? There's only so many numbers you can add together. So, anyways, that's my rant. Awesome team. I love this team. Good vibes. Probably family friendly. I would love to play on this team. Very cool team. Great team. Next up, Purple Pandas. We put Pete with Sneak. I think this is a duo that not many people have asked for. I think that this would be a really cool duo. I'm pretty sure they were on the same team in MCL, which was the esport, and it worked really well. Give them Eret, who also I feel like works basically anywhere, and Puffy, who I also think works basically anywhere. And I think it's a good all-rounded team with good vibes and very, very cool, very awesome team. Who is missing? I guess Rambo is on one of the next few teams. I'm trying to think of who even is left. Next up, the Magenta Mice. This is a British team. I admit it. This is shout out to my UK friends, which is a lot of people. Callum, Beckymon, Ollie Orion Sound, and Gianelli. Awesome team. I mean, this is here for the vibes. I'm just saying it's also very good, but here for the vibes. Banger team. And lastly, yeah, it's just the final team. Oh yeah, this makes sense. Rambu, George, Ludwig, and Ray. Very cool team. It's like their underdogs team, except instead of AIMZ, they have George, which is I think because of the balancing. I mean, I don't know. Works really well. You know, it works really well. Rambo knows everyone. George knows probably everyone. I know George knows Ludwig. I'm not too sure how well George and Ray know each other. They probably do, because they probably just do. And then, yeah, everyone knows each other. Very awesome teams. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you have any feedback on the team names? Do you have any feedback on the teams themselves? Are there any players that you think are missing? I know not everyone was included. The way I try to approach these teams is I try to take the most active players for MCC from my perspective, which isn't entirely accurate probably, or at least the people who played a lot recently or were like notable to play recently. So yeah. And I took underdogs because I think a lot of the new underdogs players are very interesting. The one player I didn't put on a team that I wanted to put in was B-Dubs. I just didn't have a spot for him to go on. So, yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. Tomorrow, I will probably try to make a video on one of your ideas that you left in the comments. If you have any more ideas, make sure to leave them below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.